the question, actually, the very important question I like just uh, received from the one of the chat members. Thank you very much. Yesterday, and then he says, how can we invite or introduce our friends to the Tokusatsu community? So that's a very good question, and I'd like to just remind you that this is from the hi there, Char, right? Yeah. So this is a very interesting question because that I noticed that every time I see that a community, Tokusatsu community or the blog site, and it seems that they are kind of struggling to introduce that Tokusatsu to their friends. Of course, Tokusatsu is the one of the Japanese pop culture, one part of that, not everything, one part of that, and probably anime is more popular, and animation is more popular, and has a strong impact, influences over not just only the United States, but all over the world. Okay, many people watch the animations. Yeah, and I agree with that too. But however, the Tokusatsu has the very important part of the Japanese pop culture as well. And same thing goes here in Japan too. Even for the Japanese people, Tokusatsu is something that it's not a huge market like animations, but more like a core, all right? And core fans really sticking to loves that the communities, loves that all the work, especially Gajira, Ultraman, Super Sentai, Kamen Riders, and not just only that, but more of the the superhero action programs aired in the past. So, just 35. Thank you very much. Great demo today. So yeah. Luis Kida 73, got any idea of possible poll for the This Week Radio? Put it here right now. Yes, please do. Thank you. Poke Theater, yeah, well, I became interested by watching a Power Rangers Super Megaforce DS game on YouTube, and the guy playing mentioned the Dino Charge, and that there was a Japanese version of the Power Rangers, so I watched it. That's a good point. Yes. This is something I heard. When you start talking about Kamen Rider maybe in a U.S. market, okay, in the U.S., and people not very much sure, so you explain that about the characters, and your friends instantly might say that, oh, you mean Power Rangers. So I heard that this is a pretty much very basic response from when you introduced about the Kamen Rider. Kamen Rider and then the Super Sentai of course has a different history and different timing to be introduced in United States or in another world. And so the Power Ranger, Super Sentai became popular because of the Power Ranger and spread that all that image of the superheroes in tights, okay, and colorful tights, right? And so 5 or 6 more people. So everybody almost get the idea of the Power Rangers, but not really with the Kamen Riders, since that the Kamen Riders are not yet officially aired or introduced in other countries. So that's a very challenging for the people like yourself, introducing that in Tokusatsu to your new friends. Yeah, Pokemon Theater, thank you very much. The DS game is one of the way to introduce that, Tokusatsu to your friend, I guess. Future 21. Sentai is the only thing recognized in the Western world. There we go. Yeah, he said that, yes. Super Sentai is now slowly, gradually introduced into the Western world through the DVD releases because of the Power Ranger history, because of that. and it's not that yet that you know level of the people will see, oh, Super Sentai. Not yet, maybe not. Like Shield and the Kamen Rider get a Power Ranger or beat logs or responses. Okay, yeah. Hey, you are a very Tokusatsu fan. We are talking about you. you know, Tokusatsu fan. We are talking about the Tokusatsu fan. Yes, indeed. You are right time to come by. Okay. Hi there. Because we were talking about the kind of awkward moment when you are trying to introduce that the Tokusatsu to your friend, and they said, "What?" So how you can introduce that Tokusatsu to your friends, and what is it so good about the Tokusatsu? So probably we can, maybe you can start talking about or thinking about why do we like that Tokusatsu? So maybe that's that way. One of the thing is that today, this morning, I was watching the news, okay? Because I have the, question, I received this question yesterday's show. I was kind of, thinking about, Tokusatsu, why in the world do we like the Tokusatsu or something like that, trying to have the kind of discussion themes and answers. And I saw the one news on YouTube, and it's a kind of sad news, not accident, but I guess maybe we don't know yet. But in China, I saw the news says that in China there are several explosives exploded, and in the town, shopping center or mall, they show the video. And it's just like the Tokusatsu, and you see that the several explosion is going on the inside of the building, exploding all the flares and smokes from that window, and right beneath that, the building, several street has all the explosions, boom, bam, and people are trying to be away from the explosions. And that's a shocking show. I mean, not a show, it's a reality. And I thought, oh my goodness. And I thought that, oh wow, that's it, just like that Tokusatsu. And come to think about that, it's not a Tokusatsu, but it's a real world. People might get hurt with that kind of, I don't know if it was a terrorism or something or accident, but hardly occurred with the accident, so much explosion in the town. People are just, scaring out, just running away from that. That video made me think that maybe because the Tokusatsu is one of the reality that we can just really feel. Well, we love animations. Everybody around the world, one of the Japanese great pop culture is the animations. And animation, I'm not sure, but the animation try to show that, more realism in that their work, but not like that the Tokusatsu. In a Tokusatsu program, they actually do that explosives, and some people, some actors get hurt also too. They are doing that. They're hard working at their own risk, and still trying to show that the great view of the explosions and then the stories, plots, and beautiful costumes, and trying to deliver that their message that with whatever they can. So I thought that, wow, the Tokusatsu is maybe we are one step more closer to the reality that we live in this world, that maybe the animation cannot provide. I don't know. So what do you think? Does Tokusatsu show you the part of their reality more than the animations? I'm pretty sure that there are some more different opinions. All right, so let me see. Let me explain. Let me introduce the Gala 7. Okay, Gala 7. We go. They did manage to bring Amazons to the US and on Amazon Prime, but that's kind of a drastic starting point of the people. There you go. Amazon Prime is very, very open for the violence because it's a on demand. People paid for it. Right, and that's not strictly for the not for the children because you need to pay and watch it. So probably it's opened the gate for the Western Tokusatsu fans or just later fans to get shocked with the Amazons because lots of violence is there. But still, it opened the gate maybe. And hey there, CSTOYS. Hi, Stardust Extreme. Good to see you again. How are you doing there? All right, long time no see. Left a comment on the Facebook about those build items. Okay, thank you very much. I will take a look at that. Pokemon Theater. Also a question for the Talk Wave. What theme powers would you like the next Kamen Riders to be based on? Bugs, time travel, animals, and other. Thank you very much. Andrew Hager. My little cousin aren't even into Tokusatsu. Okay, they are more into anime. I had to learn the hard way. Ooh, yeah. Little cousins. Yes, maybe animation is more relatable, if that's English, and for the little cousins. Okay, well, I'm sure it's different. Okay, nobody can make them to watch the Tokusatsu. We just needs to bring the taste. Try to show that what fun it is about. You are very Tokusatsu fans. In my area, people say why Super Sentai is copying Power Rangers. 本当に? Really? They say that? My goodness. Yeah, because oh wow. Those Asian guys copying that again. So that's they're copying everything that we have. Welcome to the reality. Okay. Risky. Okay, so if you said you still watch the Power Ranger peoples, we'll just laugh at you. Yeah. My reaction was like, what? Okay. Alright, Tokusatsu is like animation. It's not a genre. It is rather an entertainment art. Well said, Andrew Hager. I like that. Tokusatsu is like animation. It's not a genre. It's rather an entertainment art. I like that. It is entertainment. Well, animation is also another part, another style of the entertainment, or indeed. But when it comes to the art, it's a different definitions for the Tokusatsu, I guess. Thank you, Andrew. And then Gasha Dakuro, okay. Was Black Hurricane disc released in Japan as toys? I'm sorry, I don't get that. I'm sorry. I didn't follow that, the talk. So, okay, Black Hurricane disc? Okay. And also Gala. Ironically, my first Kamen Rider series I watched completely was Kamen Rider Amazon. Okay, good one. Witcher 21. Amazon releasing Amazon like a year after it aired hurt its overall reach internationally because the fandom hype died down. Oh, okay. Because of the schedules. ERC Talk Reviews. My friends are into anime, so I tell them Tokusatsu is basically live action anime. That's a good point. Yes, good point. There are many parallels between Tokusatsu and anime. Yeah, you can say that too, of course. And then these days, now the distance between the Tokusatsu and anime is kind of getting closer and phasing each other, fusioning it, and like what Gridmans and then Ultramans that are coming from this spring in a Netflix for the worldwide. Seems that the animation is a great way. Of course, it is a great way to just introduce that all the actions, but based on the live action, probably bring that a more different taste into the animations. Okay, I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, yeah, because you saw that the Gridman are so different. I was kind of shocked, very impressed. I was impressed with that all the artwork and then the motions. I heard that they based on they used the motion captures or something, and they used the basic style and the basic techniques of how that film for the live action films can copy it or transform into the animations. So based are not animation. Starting point is not animation, but from the live actions. So the graphic was amazingly great. I like that. Yeah, and also okay. All right, and now, all right. So Stardust Extreme, you already left a comment, Mr. S, but I'm doing fine learning Japanese. All right, congregations, and how Japanese saying things before they do something. Hey, getting there, huh? Luis Killer, Kamen Rider being compared to the Power Ranger is the problem for the Toku fan to introduce to their friends. Well, yeah, because the Power Ranger came first to the Western world, So, I mean, first it becomes become very popular with all the business matters and everything. Sentai and Kamen Rider needed hard ways to adapt to animations. You cannot upset the hardcore core fans. Interesting. So people say that SS Super Sentai is copying Power Ranger. I asked them to read more. yeah. No, the Gashadokuro, that's okay. Don't worry. My English is not that good either. Luis Kios every I think that if that's Kamen Rider season was remake, like the Amazon was a remake, it maybe could be a start point. Yeah, that's something that Toei can do, remake that all the riders, the stories with the more modernized. Tokusatsu was one of my most favorite entertainment arts since I was a kid. So much so I've wanted to make a contribution to it myself someday. That's a good luck with that. Speaking of the entertainment arts, since I was a kid, you were a kid, and I think it's I don't know, somehow they I just remember that MMPR Toys does the great work, even though the YouTube counselor asked them to drop the Power Ranger toys because it's not the thing anymore. I don't know. And they say that, and so they were very upset about it. Did you see that video? And MLPR Toys does the interesting, things. Like, Bruno has so much love for all the special effects and making all the backgrounds, stages, figures, and painting on all the work, and also Mia is love for the animations and drawing, special effects, and all doing that. Both of them are doing a wonderful, wonderful job. I really admire the couple, because they're kind of bringing the two of the taste, kind of anime taste and tokusatsu taste, combine into one and make it work. I really like that. I think that one of the things that Tokusatsu, the great thing about Tokusatsu is that, we can be dated. Probably if you like that, because you like the Megazord, because you like all the giant robots and Super Sentai figures, Kamen Rider figures, the Henshin belts, because it's just like that, you are in the, you feel like in the show, just like that you have the same message that Kamen Rider is introducing you. And when it comes to the animation toy, I'm not sure. Since that I'm not the not much of the anime fan like a Tokusatsu. But is there some same feeling towards the toys? Let's say you have some special kind of main toys from one of the action animation series. Just like a Kamen Rider Henshin belt, okay? And if you have the Kamen Rider Henshin belt as a toy, and you love it, and you play with it, and you feel like that you feel your own Kamen Rider. I don't know if that's gonna happen to the anime toy. I don't really, not sure. So maybe, what is the difference between animation and Tokusatsu? Our attitude or how you can introduce your friends to the Tokusatsu. Maybe that's the key, don't you think? I don't know. Because how we reacted to the toys, and maybe it's a difference between animation and Tokusatsu. Yeah, ELC Toku reviews. I think Bruno worked on the Power Rangers Wild Force. I heard that, yes. He showed some of the Megazord suits from the time that in his recent videos. Yes, I think I watched that. Yeah, he told me that he used to work for that. But long before that, he had, he has a love for the creating something, filming something, with friends, and grew up with the toys, and so it's really makes sense for him, and probably for everyone. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So here you go. Joey Recosta. Hey, good to see you again. And Kevin Lee says, I introduced my brothers to Kamen Rider and he didn't like it at first. When I show him a Kamen Rider O's theme song, then he started watching the shows. So, yeah, I mean, there are many people, different kind of taste that they have. So people started to like the Tokusatsu through the songs or theme songs, through the toys, through the DS games, and or through the shows. For now, probably the show with something difficult for the most of the Western peoples to watch it, because it's, especially the Kamen Rider, is not really airing outside of Japan. So, but for now, maybe the songs, good way, toys, yes, we can help you out. Okay, and also what? Yeah, like a chat rooms like this. I really enjoy that you talk about what you like, and it's very important that it will help you, and it will help your friends as well. Okay. Yeah, it's difficult to compare the anime and tokusatsu. That's totally different. But we cannot say that they are totally different. So there's some link between it somehow. And then probably that kind of, bro, not able to watch it soon. But probably the link between the anime and tokusatsu might be the key for the next generations to so they maybe not next generation, but also for the people who loves the animation but not knowing the taste of the tokusatsu at this point. yet. So maybe. And also we start to like the animations maybe better understanding. People in my area think that Tokusatsu is childish. Oh, no. Wheelchair 21. Usually the best ways to get others into Tokusatsu is show them older series, okay? Ones that were adapted into their favorite Power Ranger series, okay? That's a good point. Practical. I introduced my girlfriends to maybe 6-7 years ago with the Go Kaishu and Kamen Rider O's. She loved it and now she has an actual crush on Guy Ikari. Really? And Ankh. And you feel left out. What have you done? Okay, start asking. I'm so sorry to hear this. Oh yeah. Okay, maybe you shouldn't. No, you should have not. No, you did the right thing. Okay. All right. Okay. Trying to show that my friends exit or build relates to the nothing, but then think that the shows were as bad as the Neo Saban era. Ooh. Okay. Joel Kosa. That is a general opinion about the Toku for the children. Okay. Well, thank you. I probably should take that as a compliment because being at the age of like a late 50s now and being called childish, that's what a compliment. Okay. All right, so I do not believe that those are children. Yes, maybe so. Yes, it is marketing wise and it's very important. But I believe that that we love the Tokusatsu, and I'm doing this for the last 10 years. Well, of course, it's a living. Of course, it's a business, but at the same time, because not just only the toy business, because of that, people behind it, like you guys, and knowing each other because of the internet and throughout the world, and this is the place that these are the kind of community we can meet. And we can speak about that. And this is hey, come on, this is the world that all the minorities can be proud of ourselves, right? Did I say the minority? I don't know. I mean, Tokusatsu should not be a minority, I guess. But it's okay. It's not the size. We should not compare the size or numbers of that. But probably we should be more concentrate on why we like that. What makes us special, or what makes the Tokusatsu special? And I really don't think that Tokusatsu is the childish one. No, I don't think so. Why that look at that, all the businessmen or hard-working actors, producers, creators, they made a team to create each of the episode. They're working hard. And you cannot say childish because you are ignoring something there. And maybe you should take a closer look on what's that, all the efforts, and what is that, message there. And you just, anyone can say, oh yeah, that's a childish, that's something, that's ignorant. I don't like that. Let's face it, there are people that don't like that. We like the Tokusatsu, and well, that's okay. And maybe they're just too bad that they don't realize that the fun part. Okay, but yeah, just we just need to focus on what we love, and then just trying to enjoy it more and then out loud talk about it. That's all we can do. And come together in a community like this, in a chat, and I believe that Tokusatsu has a very, very important messages, not just only for the children, but even the adults, like us. That's something that we always easy to forget, in everyday lives, and there's some good messages there. Reminds us. Okay. We just have our own reasons why we love Tokusatsu like Sentai or Light, right? You start at 3. I was surprised by how short Hami in Q Ranger was compared to the other actors in Q Rangers. Everyone was a giant compared to her, like 6 foot while she was just 5 feet 4 inches. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, really? It starts to compare the heights? Hey, that's not a big deal. I mean, of course there are those different sizes. Tokusatsu is for the kids and adults, yes. And I mean, Tokusatsu is for anyone. It's a form of the entertainment art, like he says, right? Yeah, there you go. Daniel Lim, okay. Does anyone know why DK doesn't come out anymore in the recent episode of the Kamen Rider Zero? Because he is traveling the different dimensions now. He's busy. Hi there, Daniel, by the way. Thanks for coming. Joel Kosa, I don't think that Toku is a childish as well. Then for me, it is a reminder for what we should be doing. A reminder, I like that. Okay. Save the world, cooperation, looking out for each other, and believing in yourself. You said it right. In one sentence. Yeah, it is a reminder, and I'm pretty sure that animation has lots of reminders as well, and probably anything could have the reminder for us. Okay, we just love the Tokusatsu and what the Tokusatsu brings us to. Who cares about that? Yeah, I know. Because Masahiro Inoue was working on the Kami and Kiba Jinga Tensei stage performance, he was one of the main directors of the production. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. All right. So thank you guys and for the wonderful conversations and discussions. Okay. Based on this, and then I think we should do something about it. Okay. Maybe I can talk about that during the CS Toku wave as well, and who knows. Okay, so there's not much the answer to these questions. How can we invite or introduce our friends to the Tokusatsu communities? And Tokusatsu community is ongoing. It's still growing for sure. Okay, and nobody can stop that. All right. And knowing that, finding out more and more of the works and the legends in the past, something that we never seen it in before. I think we need to keep digging. Okay. All right. So thank you guys and for the being in the chat rooms. Okay. Gasha Dokuros, why not send me or to the CSTOYS the questions by emails? Definitely, we cannot discuss that, right now for your topics. Okay, so I really appreciate that your questions, but send me the questions by emails, and so I'll try to just respond to you as much as I can. Okay, or Twitter, yes. Make sure to follow our Twitters, and then I'm always watching, looking at our Twitter feeds. And trying to respond to our followers. If you have questions, I will try to answer that as much as I can, and so that will be a more benefit for you guys. Okay. All right. So thank you. That was a great talk, and so I guess time is out. Okay. So what the heck, So we had a great discussion today. I really appreciate that. And Twitter discussions, we didn't do it, but I think we got the one questions, great questions there. So I will just prove them off. Okay.